Power couples!
Hello everyone and welcome back to Successful Living. Today I have my gorgeous husband Thorsten with me and we're going to be filming episode 2 of Power Couple, where we're going to be talking about our top tips about entrepreneurship and like being a couple and in business together and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Welcome, babe. So today we picked a topic about who to follow and who do we follow and why do we follow these people. If you're in business already, if you're considering going into business for yourself, if you're, an entrepreneur couple, or, in general, if you want to, I will say, expand yourself a little bit, improve yourself a little bit, these people are great and we will tell why they're great, but generally they are inspirational, motivational, successful, knowledgeable, and influential.
They're influential and they have something special about them that makes them stand out of the big crowd of teachers out there.
Yes, so we're going to be talking about that and why we follow them, and hopefully you'll go follow them as well, and that will be beneficial. So this particular video is about those kind of tips, but if you want more tips from us about, being an entrepreneur couple, then let us know in the comments down below. Get started. So you want to talk about the first one?
Yeah, let's do that. So the first one on our list would be Gary V, or Gary Vaynerchuk, which is his real name. He is everywhere on social media. He is the forerunner in everything that is social media. He's trying all the new platforms. He is putting his whole life out there and he's insanely successful with what he does.
Yeah, he's oversharing, not in a bad way. It's like whenever I open my Instagram, it's always something from him.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah, and he talks about everything really, not just about entrepreneurship, but he talks about like garage sales and how to be seen on social media. He answers questions from his followers. So if you want general life information, I think he'll be the first person to go.
And he is super direct. So if you can't stomach him being like harsh or using the F word or something, don't follow him. But if you're up for some tough love, he is the one to go to.
And we're absolutely okay with the tough love. I mean, we love tough love.
We do.
We love that. Number 2 on our list is DeMarco. I think he is the one who got us into entrepreneurship in the first place. So I actually I think I love him more than the other ones. Then maybe Gary and MJ, I don't know. DeMarco is actually an author. He wrote 2 books that we read. I don't know if he has any other.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
The Millionaire Fastlane is probably the one that made him become somebody.
Yeah. He's talking mostly about how to, escape the rat race, escape the 9 to 5 and start your own business, and why you should start your business and, all that stuff. So if you're considering especially setting up your own business, I think
that is the starting point. Yeah. He basically tells you why having a job is not as safe as most people think it is, and why creating your own business has way more upsides than downsides.
Yeah.
Number 3 would be Jeff Walker. He wrote the book The Launch Formula, and if you're somebody who wants to sell something online, mainly in the education business, I would say, this book is incredible. He explains how to build up to a launch, how to create your following, how to
communicate with
them, how to sequence your whole launch, which emails you should write, and what content you should provide, and how much value you should provide to get people to be interested in what you're trying to sell.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 4 is Stu McLaren. I followed him not so long ago, actually, because of his, he started talking about membership platforms and stuff like that. He only teaches that, right? That's the only thing. If you're not interested in memberships, you would think that he's not the person to follow. But I love the fact that his core values are so special, I want to say, because he believes in family, he believes in giving back to the community. He has a non-profit and he has adopted a child as well. So for me, what he stands for in life and in terms of values is really precious, and that's why I like to follow Stu as well. But of course, he's a very knowledgeable businessman, especially if you're thinking about launching your own membership site. I think he is the one person to go follow about that.
Next on our list is Ryan Levesque. He wrote the book The Ask Formula, and he digs really deep into what questions you should ask your clients to find out what they really want. Because the thing is, most people don't really know what they want until you show it to them. So you need to find a way to figure it out by asking the right questions in the right order, actually.
Yeah.
To figure out what their pain points are and what you can do to help them overcome these.
Yeah. And many companies, many brands think that they know what their customers want. And he often talks about that's not the case.
Yeah.
And we figured that is the same thing for us. Like we taught for this channel, for our YouTube channels, or, you know, in general, our businesses, we think that we know what people want and what people don't want. But he helped us understand
that it's
what we
not
should be doing. Number 6 is Grant Cardone. I mean, he is, again, like Gary, everywhere, and he's, I think, the one person to go to for sales, understanding sales and how to sell, how to take 10 times more action than you should be taking. He's an author. He has a YouTube channel. I'll link it down in the description box below. Actually, with his wife, they have a talk show kind of thing, which is amazing, and he uploads pretty much every day, I think.
Yeah, he's very consistent there too.
Yeah, he's very active and he's very inspirational, and he is God. He's so, how can I put this? Like, he's like, do this, do that.
He's super pumped. It's like, if you're in a rut and you can't get yourself to do something, listen to one of his books and it will just kick your ass and get you out of the chair and make you catch up for all the time you lost before, because he really wants you to do stuff. Yeah. So motivation? Motivation 100%. Yeah, definitely. Number 7 would be Gary Keller. He's the author of The One Thing. He's not super active in social media or anything, but the book is just golden. Yeah. He explains the approach to every day decide on the one thing that will have the most benefit or will make the most progress for what you're working on. So you're not getting sidetracked and do a bit of everything, but you really focus on the one important thing for the day, and only when that's done, you start doing something else. And that's a great approach to work. Yeah, I agree. I mean, first I thought it wasn't the best approach, but more and more I see that, especially for the day, if you choose one focus, then you get more out of what you're doing. It's like more about efficiency, I would say, right? So that book we highly, highly recommend. So the idea comes from the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. Yeah. So 20% of what you do brings 80% of the outcome. So if you focus on the 20% in the beginning of the day, you get 80% of the outcome. So your process or your progress is way faster than if you do the 80% that do nothing. We have a couple of more names that we like, and we read the books or listen to their podcasts, and but we're not following them as we do. With the people that we just talked about, we follow them on our Facebook accounts, and we made them a priority person in our list, like see first. You can do that, and so when you go on Facebook, you see their post first. That is one thing we did. We followed them on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, and wherever stuff like that. And also, we definitely recommend for you to join their email lists. I think they send out really valuable information. Of course, they sell. Of course, they will sell. I mean, selling is not, for me, it's not a big deal. It's not a problematic thing. They should sell. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, absolutely. So they will be selling, but also in those emails, there's so many great things that you can include in your business and your life. So definitely go and follow these people everywhere that you can. But these are the other names that Torsten's going to say. Yeah. And that you can also follow and, learn from them. So, number 1 would be Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin everything, from Virgin Interactive to Virgin Galactic. He is a super entrepreneur. He is charitable. He does a lot of stuff. He's active in social media. He's amazing. Elon Musk, same story. Genius guy.
Yeah.
Founder of Tesla, was a co-founder of PayPal, SpaceX, all these things. He's amazing too. Then there's Tim Ferriss, also very active online. He's the author of the 4-Hour Workweek and Tools of Titans, Tribe of Mentors. So he's very prolific in books and his podcasts and everything. And he's talking about business and life in general.
Yeah.
So really, really interesting to hear all the stories he has to tell, because he's done a lot in his life.
And also, like, as a planner enthusiast, I love the book, The 4-Hour Workweek, and also the fact that he does a lot of automations to, you know, not work for your whole life basically, and, you know, still try to enjoy your life and enjoy your daily activities as well, which is what we believe in. Like, we are in business together, but we like to enjoy our daily life outside of business as well, and we want to maximize that time. So this one particularly, you know, made me so happy when I found him out.
Yeah. Then there's Russel Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels, which is something that you probably came across when you were trying to sell anything online. He also wrote a couple of great books where he describes how to get people not just to follow you, but to become your adversaries or your super fans. So he's really creating a bond to his following, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then there's Bill Gates. I think everybody knows that name, founder of Microsoft, formerly richest man in the world, not anymore, because he put billions into research for malaria. And I think that is something that is so incredible. If you're that successful and that rich, really using substantial amounts of money to help other people who can't help themselves, I think for that reason alone, he's worth to be followed. And then I have here 2 more groups on Facebook that I like to follow for daily motivation and inspiration. One is Addicted to Success, which is what we basically all are. And the other one is Influensive. Both pages put out a lot of content with pictures, motivational quotes, stories, so really cool stuff to follow. Yeah. And the last thing that, before we forget, the last person would be Pat Flynn. Oh yeah.
For his huge success on podcasts and now on YouTube as well. I'll also leave the link to his channel down below. But I think that he's giving really solid advice if you want to start your podcast, especially in terms of equipment. Like lately he's been posting a lot of like, do this at home. You don't have to invest in these kind of equipments. Like we also believe in that. You don't have to have everything to start. And he's a huge advocate of that. So that's why he's also very inspirational in my opinion.
And once you start following these people, other people will pop up. You will find new people that you didn't hear of before. And you will just create a virtual network of
a mastermind even.
Or
like
a mastermind. Yeah,
absolutely. So these are the people that we follow. We absolutely get super inspired and motivated from what they share and what they do. And we just wanted to share them with you today. Hopefully it was helpful. And
I think so.
That's it, I think. Yeah.
That's it.
So let us know down in the comments below what you want to see from us for the 3rd episode of PowerCouple.
PowerCouples.
And we will see you all in my next video or our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.